that's one big headline that happened this over this past week. The next one is Kanye West. He was in the news with he did an interview with Akademiks. Akademiks pulled up to his hotel room in Los Angeles before Kanye was scheduled to go to Japan. And Ye came out in a black Ku Klux Klan outfit. I'm gonna read a little excerpt from the Vibe. From Vibe Mag that they wrote. It said, Ye took over the internet this past weekend when his hour-long interview with DJ Akademiks surfaced online. The 47-year-old remained true to his erratic, impulsive nature and doubled down on everything he has been saying on X over the last few weeks. Playboy Cardi received the most smoke given his transgression against the artist formerly known as Kanye West was the most recent, but he had a lot to say about quite a few people. The polarizing streamer barely had time to ask questions for follow-ups on specific statements because the Chicago producer constantly transitioned from one target to the next, all while calling himself the king of everything and citing how he has influenced everyone. And went on to say the wildest part of the interview is that both he and Ak stood up for the full duration, and Ye supported a black Ku Klux Klan outfit with the swastika chain and Sanjan t-shirt underneath. He addressed those who have denounced him for his anti-Semitic rhetoric and continued to defend Diddy among several other controversial statements. So we all saw the interview. What was your guys' initial thoughts?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I got empowered.
You say you got empowered?
Yeah, no bullshit. I mean, cause like the shit he was saying wasn't really far off, bro.
You said it wasn't far off in terms of what?
Like, you talk in terms of like what he's done for like the hip hop game, what's going on in the game, and things like that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I feel as though like he's really not far off, bro. Like, it's like when somebody wants something, they'll come close to Ye just to get it. But then now when like things start to change, just like for like the Ty Dolla $ign situation, he was saying like, oh, Ty wanted to like, you know, create music and I got him a #1 and 10 next his career type shit. And now he has the labels or his managers saying, oh, say you're not with Ye as far as that, and then he'll go say that. But it's like, why are you turning on me now? But when you want to go #1, you're with me type shit.
True. How do you feel about him wearing like the swastika chain and all that type of stuff?
Hell no.
You said hell no. Why?
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, it's just like the history behind the swastika. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a thing where it's one of those things where it's just like you just don't do. You feel me? Like, you know the history about it, like how it was brought up, who represents it, you know, specifically. Like I forget what nation it's called, but like they don't. It's just like something that you just typically would not do or would not be putting up. And so like the fact that Kanye is like wearing that around and like representing it, I don't know like what specific way he's like trying to implement that, but like it doesn't. I don't understand it.
So he explained in the interview. He said, "Why is it a problem when they exploit us for black pain for money? Like talking about Jewish people in the music and the hip hop space. Why is it okay for them to exploit our pain, our traumas for profit? But now when I wear their pain on my neck, it's a problem." So that's the perspective that he came up from, and that was the argument he was trying to pick. A lot of people didn't agree with what he was saying, but some people did. Some people in the comments did agree. So I just want to get you guys' thoughts on that stance that he was made when it comes to like, it's okay for the people in the music, Jewish people in the music industry to profit off of all this black trauma, killing, promote this rap stuff, this rap violence and all this type of stuff. But the moment I wear a chain that represents their pain, they want to try to cancel me for everything that I'm doing.
No bullshit.
Yeah.
No bullshit.
What do you mean?
When you put it that way.
I'm saying like, I mean, obviously like what it seems like the music business is ran by a majority of a certain ethnicity group or whatever, and it's like they do capitalize off of, you know, minority pain and struggle and things like that. And a lot of these artists, what they do is either jumping out windows, overdosing, killing themselves, getting locked up in jail for life, fighting a RICO, a bunch of shit while they're profiting, and they keep pumping that music, just so they can come back out and do it all over again. But the moment I put that piece on me and that swastika, everybody's saying, "Oh my God, this nigga's a racist. This, that, and the third," and people go crazy. But now I got your attention to really say what I really need to say.
True.
You get what I'm saying?
Because at the end of the day, when it comes to Ye, it is an intention thing for him too to have the attention to say, like you said, say what he wants to say. Like,
hell yeah.
Because you know people are gonna tune into what it is. But the same standpoint, like, because I think Akademiks had a follow-up interview after he did the interview with Ye. He had DJ Vlad on there, and he was going back and forth with Vlad, and you know, the whole time was playing devil's advocate because Vlad was saying kind of like same thing you had said to start off, like, why would you wear that? It's something Z, like, but to come to the point that kind of like he was saying in the conversations, like Vlad had came up and said, well, what about like the labels that promote the gangster rap, like Suge Knight and QC, that come to these people for the partnerships to push this music? Why aren't they getting the backlash the same way that these bigger execs are getting backlash for?
Wait, so Vlad was saying why is like people like Suge Knight and all them
no,
up to the labels?
Yeah, so he's saying why, he said he made a point to the Ye standpoint about like, okay, if he's saying that, then why isn't like P and all them from like QC or like Suge Knight and all these people getting backlash for pushing gangster rap, but like the execs that they come to are getting the backlash for marketing and pushing it the same way and giving them more dollars.
Are they pushing gangster rap, or are they pushing a lifestyle that they're actually in every day?
But why is the so he made so when it comes to that, it's like,
you know what I'm saying?
No, I get you, the lifestyle you're living every day, but it's still considered gangster rap.
Who labeled it gangster rap though?
I mean, everybody, right?
No, who labeled it gangster rap? Probably the higher ups is labeled, oh, this gangster rap music with NWA, this gangster rap music and stuff like that.
It's not necessarily it's not necessarily the title and what you're saying, but they're saying that the content is being pushed. They're saying they're pushing the same content, so why aren't they getting the same backlash that these execs are getting at the higher labels?
I'm saying but these people are actually in these situations, in environment, and rapping their life, what they see every day.
Yeah,
nigga. It's not like they're pushing it; they're telling their life story, my nigga.
So it's okay for them to promote it, for other people not to promote it.
They're the big conglomerate, and they're massively promoting that shit. They can promote a bunch of R&B shit, bro.
They do that though. That's the point.
I'm saying.
That's what he said.
But what's getting more overlooked, R&B or hip hop?
No, I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I'm saying
they can put a category in front of another category and really amplify one genre.
For sure.
Let's keep it a bean. They control that shit.
No, for sure they do control it. I'm not disagreeing with that at all. But when it comes to this point of saying like, okay, these labels are coming to us to push their music so they can get paid. Why is it only a problem when it's like detrimental? But when they're lining their pockets, when he's talking about like the Suge Knights and the QCs and stuff like that, because they're bringing these artists to these labels to market in partnership and want these labels to push it. But now because it's detrimental, now it's an issue. But
detrimental how? What you mean by like
detrimental? Like people are dying. You said people are dying, overdosing, whatever it may be.
I mean, to be honest with you, it's like, are these labels like offering actually proper help to these artists, or are they actually keep fueling that fire to like do whatever you do so you can get more money?
No, for sure. I'm not disagreeing with that. But is that just
do artists have like health insurance?
I don't know. Most artists probably don't have health insurance.
Through the labels that they're signed to type shit.
So I mean, is that on the big labels? Is that on like the QCs and all of them?
I mean, it should be on a little bit of like
on both, right?
I feel like it'd be on both.
But the big labels though, bro. Like, so, I mean, the big labels are basically, they know what's going on.
Everybody knows what's going on.
Everybody knows what's going on, but I'm saying like they're going to y'all for a reason, bro.
To amplify the music, no?
Yeah, to amplify the music, but I'm saying, are they actually really taking care of the people that they're bringing in? No.
I'm saying, but wouldn't you shouldn't the indie labels as well be taken care of? You're getting a lump sum of money.
Indie labels,
huh?
A lot of these like the QCs and Coach K was with the major labels, bro.
I know that. I understand.
So what are we saying? Like,
but that's the point he's making. He's saying that they're giving the backlash to a certain group of people, but everybody's who's
putting these people in position? The people that's running the shows.
Huh? I'm confused with what you're saying.
Who's putting like the Coach K's, all these people that are managers?
I'm not disagreeing with that. What I'm saying is the point that he was making is that why is it only one group of people getting that backlash, but you have these people that are in positions. You got to
start at the top. Who started it all?
I understand that. I'm not disagreeing with
that. That's why he's pinpointing a certain group.
So why not?
He's trying to cut the head off the main.
No, I get why he's doing, but so why not tell the labels that are bringing this music to stop pushing that stuff and push a different type of product?
You don't think people tried?
I mean, they have.
You don't think people try to change a narrative and stuff like that, and try to change a whole demographic of what's going on in the music space, and either probably failed or got killed for it?
Or some people just were more about that money, that dollar.
You think, bro?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that are just about that dollar. They don't care about.
So you don't think Michael Jackson wasn't trying to change the scape of music?
No, Michael Jackson. Yeah, I'm talking about in the hip hop. I'm talking about in the hip hop landscape. I'm saying them people
are like niggas like Clarence Avant, bro.
I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying yes, but at the same time, they understand that this music is profitable the same way everybody else sees music profitable. So we're gonna bring this because we know it's gonna bring us
good music is good music, bro. Like,
I feel you.
Let's keep it being. It's not just singing about like, it's killing in like gangster rap is yeah, you can get good music out of that, but like that's not what it's for, bro. It's about
I'm not disagreeing
it's
with that.
about seeing their experience and being in their shoes and see what they're going through, bro.
For sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what's the difference? Because you have one group of people that are bringing these people up to the labels and stuff like that. They're around it. They're living in that experience. So it's like, why are they promoting? Because that's what they're around, bro.
So
like,
so why bring
even with like okay, like you can talk about TDD. I mean, they got an R&B or SZA, bro. Like they're around in something that obviously some sort of relatability. That's why they got SZA, bro. Like
No, for sure.
that's what I'm saying. It's not like they're saying, oh, let's go find a gangster rapper today and promote this motherfucker.
Yeah, that's not the point that I was making though.
But
they're saying the simple question that he asked was that these big labels are getting backlash for promoting these artists, but
Yeah.
they're saying that the labels, the smaller labels that are bringing them to them aren't getting the same backlash for promoting the same artists.
Because these smaller entities and stuff, they're really trying to find people that actually are good at making music, bro. Yeah, they're trying to make a profit of making music, but not making off their pain and I mean,
they are making.
I'm
music
saying,
off their pain.
I'm saying, like they're part of their journey. Like they're not. Yeah, they're making profit off the art, but I'm saying that's not their goal. Is not to bring it up so they can just make more killing music and more violence and
For sure.
shit like that. Let's keep that a bean, bro.
For sure.
Like the labels can definitely put a different genre in the forefront if they really wanted to, bro. If they really wanted to, whether it be R&B, country, rock, or whatever, there's always been a shift. There's one point rock was a thing. There was another point that country was a thing. Another point there was R&B was a thing. So happened it's hip hop right now. But hip hop to this day and age is more just very just raw.
It's very what?
It's just raw.
I mean, I feel like hip hop's always been raw.
That's what I'm saying.
So
I'm saying it's more raw than it's ever been. I feel like.
I don't know about it's been
that
more
one.
raw than it's ever been.
I think back in the day, I think
huh?
it was a little bit more raw.
Yeah, but like niggas,
Raw in what
I'm
aspect?
saying, like I said, these YNs will come on. Like TK for an example, bro. This nigga was literally on the run, rapping about everything that he was fucking doing. Versus back then, these niggas they probably did it, but it's probably like that statute of limitation past tense shit. You get what I'm saying?
I don't think it was past it. I just think they knew how to articulate themselves a little better when it came to that. Like back in the day, like they would.
I mean, these young niggas pretty. I mean, it's not about the articulation.
No, what I mean by articulate themselves in terms of like they know how to say things where they're not gonna get in trouble for it is what I'm trying to say.
These niggas just don't give a fuck. That's what I'm saying. It's more raw, bro.
That's the point right there. Is it's like this generation is just more like I don't give a fuck
They don't
attitude.
give a
where
fuck,
back
nigga.
in the day, it was just like
Yeah.
I'm gonna say what I have to say, and you gonna know what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
or I guess in the sense of like wherever you from or the streets, you understand what my message is and what I'm trying to get across.
Right.
Now it's just like
right. Because like you said,
You hear
it's more of a
something-
if. Yeah, what were you saying, bro?
Nah, I was just saying like you hear something, it's just like, oh yeah, he did that shit. Like
Right,
Yeah.
no
like
bullshit.
he's literally saying like he did
Yeah.
that joint, which is why a lot of court systems are trying to use music as
Hell
a way
yeah.
to like go ahead and put that into whatever case it is
Right.
to like go ahead and put these people in jail behind bars. So
Because these YNs definitely just looking for a viral moment versus like back
for sure.
then.
I don't think they really care about the career like that.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
want
Versus
attention.
back then, like rappers actually cared about the artistry and like making music. It wasn't about just like, yeah, you talking about what you're doing on your day to day, but it's more of like you said, if you know type of thing.
Yeah, for sure.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, how do you feel about interviewing? Yeah.
I think that was great, bro. I'm saying like
It was funny. They said the bull said I was watching it when I was watching the video. He just so we're just gonna stand the whole time. That's what had me hollering.
Yeah.
They just stood in the because he was like, "Nah, let's just stand here."
yeah,
And Bull came out dressed normal, and he said, "Y'all be back in 5 minutes." Came out with the whole fit on.
no
How do
bullshit.
you feel about the fit?
I mean, it ain't got nothing to do. I mean,
I'm scared.
I mean,
That's
shit, did it scare anybody? Didn't scare me.
It-
So I'm saying, go ahead.
I didn't really have much to say on it.
All right,
It was
but-
just the fact that like I just looked at it like this motherfucker's crazy.
Did it disturb you?
To me, it did. To me, it didn't disturb me. I didn't know. I know Kanye's. I get what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
I'm saying I'm saying like
He knows that him putting that fit on, him wearing the chain, everybody's gonna click on that and listen to what he has
no,
to say.
true. And I'm saying why should a Klan's outfit should disturb anybody if you really think about that shit?
I think it would
should
disturb
disturb-
the old generation.
Of whom?
Of black people, if it was like a white clans,
He's not. He's wearing all black.
No, I know
That's
that,
what I'm saying,
but you said a clans fit. Why would a clans fit disturb somebody?
I'm saying
that's probably
why would it disturb like any? I mean, it only should disturb one race, black people, but a black man's wearing it.
Yeah, I don't know.
You get what I'm saying? Like nobody should really be disturbed because it's basically derogatory for us.
I'm sorry. It gives me like remember Dave Chappelle show
Yeah.
When it was like the black guy and he was in a white clan and everybody thought he was white. And
Yeah.
then he took off the hat and it was a black man and everybody started going off. I don't know why that just popped up in my head.
That's hilarious. Nah, no bullshit
But
though, bro.
y'all should watch that follow up interview if you haven't with Akin and Vlad, because
I was watching on the way up here, bro.
He was low key like schooling Vlad on that joint, high key, like kind of like pressing him about the situation, not pressing him,
How
but
so?
like in a sense of like he was Ak kept saying, "Oh, I'm just playing devil's advocate." But I'm like, Ak, you probably really do think the stuff that you're saying in terms of like,
Fuck yeah.
He was combating like Vlad with everything he was saying, like because how you were kind of saying like, oh, the labels don't have that much pull and X, Y, Z, and Akademiks was like, nah, Vlad, you know damn well that they have pull and whatever that's going on, like that. That's what I'm trying to say.
Keep
so
it
like,
yeah, bro. Nah,
keep it a bead.
That's what I'm saying. No, kill ahead, bro.
No, I'm saying
because I was just saying, just like, because like if you really like you said, we all watched the interview. Like he was obviously he was saying like crazy stuff, but like if you take the antics away, he was actually saying like stuff that's like pretty on par.
no, you're not wrong.
You get what I'm saying? Like he definitely did made a lot of these niggas, bro. And talking about like this interview, bro, like how Cardi was trying to get his daughter and shit. Like that's the part that I felt. I felt that shit.
That's
bro.
weird to me. With Cardi play, bro, Cardi much. That's weird.
He said, "Nigga, like you trying to get North? You're not gonna put me on my album. You're gonna get my daughter. That's weird energy.
That's weird. I think
It is weird energy, bro.
I
It's
think that's weird.
definitely weird energy. If we supposed to fuck with each other, but now you're trying to hit up my daughter, bro.
You
like,
hit up my BM to get my daughter.
yeah,
That's weird.
bro. You have to see me
That
about
is
that
when
shit.
we got the relationship, why aren't you just asking me for? Like, I get that. That's kind
Yeah.
of weird. That's kind of weird to me.
It is, bro.
That's definitely weird. But I just want to get y'all's thoughts. Go ahead.
And I mean, my bad.
No, you go ahead.
I mean, I fuck with the interview, but I'm saying like, and then definitely like you can tell like him talking about just like family. That's all he has is just his kids and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know what
they
I'm
trying
saying?
to take that away from him. At the end of the day, they
Yeah.
trying to take it away from him. But yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see because he's supposed to drop a project. He's supposed to drop another project coming up soon. It's supposed to drop on this past Friday, but you know how it is. He never drops on the time he's supposed to drop. But yeah, I mean, it'll interesting to see what happens with Ye and all that type of stuff.